such an exciting day. We get to recognize our kids for their hard work, for there's academic achievements, and there's athletic achievements, and just the many things they've done. When we finish our awards assembly this morning, we have a wax museum in the gym. We have art, open house. I believe we have some dioramas. And I'm probably forgetting something else that's in there, so you'll have to take a look and see what we've got in there. But the kids have some great projects and things to show off to all of us. It's been fun to view them a little bit and see them ahead, get a sneak peek. This morning, we will be giving out our academic and athletic awards here for 6th, 7th, and 8th, and then we will also do 8th grade recognition and promotion. The awards are all packed up and ready to go, but we've learned from experience, we'll make sure you get these when the program is over, and then you can go through everything, because the coaches have lots to say, usually, and to tell us about, and your awards will all be in here, so we'll get those to you at the end of the program. This morning, to accommodate schedules, the people that were really helping me here finish things up, and we will begin with the band and vocal awards that will be given out by Mrs. Adams.
Good morning. Thanks for coming today. It's so fun to recognize high achievers in our school, and there are so many things to recognize through the year. First, just as the music teacher, I need to talk to the 8th graders for just a moment, because schedule's been so crazy and I haven't had a moment to do it. So, my 8th graders, if you are in band, I expect to see you on my roster next semester. Okay? You're too good to not be there. Deal? And if you weren't in band, if you were in my vocal class, look, choir is there too, and you have beautiful voices, and you did amazing at contests, so I expect to see your names on my roster as well. Deal? Yes! Okay, good. Awesome. Okay. Throughout the year, I give leadership awards to the 7th and 8th grade, because by the time we get to the 7th and 8th grade, I've already given, music achievement, but there's time for real leadership to show up. And I do have a few leadership awards to give today. I've seen some things this semester and throughout the year that are really worthy of recognition. So I'm going to start. I have 3 here. The first is one of my 8th grade girls. She is just so steady. And every time I need something, she's right there and she does it for me. She marks her music and makes sure that everything, whenever I say something, she marks it. She took not only 1 solo to contest, but 2 solos, because she not only plays the clarinet, she also plays the saxophone, and she plays both of them well enough to be able to perform a solo at contest. So Addison Molson is a leadership. My second leadership award, this has only happened 1 time so far since I've been teaching here at Thunderbridge. Sometimes students come in after 5th grade band and they say, I'd like to be in band. I said, well, you've missed 5th grade. I'm sorry, if you want to be in band, you have to learn your instrument over the summer, take lessons, learn it over the summer, and then come to me in the fall and play for me, and if you have learned your instrument sufficiently, I'll let you come into band. Well, this is a student that actually did that and did it so well that he gets 1s on solos at contests. He's always there. He's helping the younger students in band. He's just a leader. He's been a leader all year, and I finally am going to recognize him. Heath Hobson. And I have 1 more. On our way to contest this year, we had 1 student that was absent. And if you're a percussionist, percussion parts are solo parts. There's no one else playing your part. If a clarinetist is gone, or maybe a trumpet, usually there's somebody else playing the part, so they just play a little louder and cover. But percussionist, there's only 1 person on a part. And it just happened that our bass drummer was not present. So on the bus ride to contest, I went to Tate Foreman and I said, Tate, can you play the bass drum part on a march piece? He says, yeah, I can do that. Now, he had never read the bass drum part. He never even looked at it because he was playing a completely different part. So at contest, he sight read that bass drum part for us, and a march has to have a bass drum. You can't not have a bass drum. So he played, and he played it well, and we got a 1, and it was awesome. So Tate Foreman, come on up. Thank you very much.
See, they're so good and practiced from getting awards and honors and things like that. They were just up here and ready for pictures. Didn't have to promote to give any directions there. And one of the recognitions I get to make are those that were in our spelling bee this year. So if you attended state spelling bee, come on up when I call your name. It was Carmen Koch, Jacob Hendricks, Brett Hobson, Zoe Newton, Isaac Wagenblast, Jacob Brown, who was 3rd place at our home spelling bee, Janiyah Porter, and Tate Foreman, who was 2nd place at our home spelling bee, Cameron Hardacre, who was 1st place, and Cody Thompson. Now these kids received certificates during the school year and had to participate in our school spelling bee, make the top 10 to be able to go to county. And like I said, Jacob Brown was 3rd, Tate was 2nd, and Cammie was 1st. And then Cammie was also 1st at county, which means she got to participate in the state spelling bee, and she had to travel there with some other travels she had to do that weekend. So she had a full weekend and participated in our state spelling bee and represented us well. So congratulations to our kids at the state and county level. And then another fun activity, or I think it is anyway, the Scholars Bowl coach gets to show up instead of the principal. Because when I get to go talk to the kids about things in junior high, I said, hey, the Scholars Bowl coach is here. It's not the principal showing up. And this year, we had an 8th grade team and a 7th grade team. So the 8th grade team members this year were Tate Foreman, Cameron Hardacre, Shay Baker, Addie Molzon, and Lexi Rust. And then 7th grade members were Aiden Blank, Emma Dixon, Braxton Dodds, Danny Ferguson, Gideon Nelson, and Janiyah Porter. So these are the kids. We're allowed to take 6 if we want to rotate, have an alternate and run one in, but only 5 can be at the table to participate in each round or at each meet. This year we were able to attend just 3 meets. There was one that was so early, it was during basketball season, and for some reason, basketball practice outranked Scholars Bowl, but it was okay. And then we had another school that we're used to going to that did not host one this year. And then we had a scheduling conflict. Somehow, somebody hosted and we were going, but then somebody else was already on that same date, so I don't know what happened. But with 7th grade, it's always a great learning experience. They were a little frustrated. This is a great group, they did a good job, but it really bothered them to maybe learn something new and not be already with it, you know, and that type of thing. But it was good, we had a good season. The next year will get better, guys, it really does. Our first meet was hosted by Lakeside, and at that meet, 8th grade had a winning record. They won more rounds. And their second meet was at Northern Valley, And the 8th grade came home with a 3rd place plaque. And our 3rd meet was at St. John's Beloit. And as the kids that have been there a couple of years, they can tell you that's always a large, tiring meet. It's a long one, but it's a good one. And the 8th grade had a winning record that night, too. And I think St. John's is probably our favorite because we get to go eat at Dairy Queen when we're done, right? They never are upset about that and get home a little later. And it was a good year for the 7th grade to learn what St. John's is like, because we just can't explain it till you've been there. So I hope some of these 8th graders can continue Scholars Bowl on their schedules next year in high school. And I look forward to having the 7th grade back, and we can just rotate around and do very well, I'm sure. I thought we had a good season. I'm always proud of them. So thank you for being on our teams this year. I really didn't finish, but I get to do another one. I did some of the fun ones. Honor roll. We usually announce that each time at honors, but we will be announcing that this morning. And in your packets, if you are a 7th grader, you will have a pin and a bar to put on your TR letter, because that means you got honor roll 3 out of the 4 quarters this year. The 8th graders, if this is your first year to letter, you will have a pin and a bar. Otherwise, you will just have a new bar to put on, new pin to put on there to add to where your honor rolls go. So, our first person making an honor roll is Aiden Blank. Our next 7th grader is Emma Dixon. Our 3rd one is Braxton Dobbins. Next one, Daniel Ferguson. Gideon Nelson. And Jediah Porter. So like I said, this is what we do at honors. They're ready for that group picture. So this has been a great 7th grade class, as you can tell, because they had to make honor roll 3 out of the 4 times to do that. So congratulations to our 7th graders. And we go ahead and announce honor roll for 8th graders because we do have some additional things for them in a little bit. So 8th grade, making 2 out of 3, really 4, is Shay Baker. Tate Foreman. Cameron Hardacre. Addison Molson. Colin Peterson. So once again, they just know what to do because they've done this so many times. So congratulations on honor roll 8th grade. Okay, the next part of our assembly is volleyball.
Well, good morning. I'm glad to see so many here to celebrate what these kids have done this year. It's been a great year. And I would like to have the 8th grade volleyball girls come forward, please. This crew I'm going to miss. Seems like they've just got here and now they're leaving. Time does go faster as you get older, and it's just It just seems like every day just goes away. They've been fun since day one. They came in as 6th graders, excited, ready to do things. And they have always worked hard and tried to excel in everything that they tried to do. I have appreciated their humor most of the time. And I've appreciated how hard they work and the leaders they were for the younger students. They did get out, they helped students, they worked with them, they showed them by what they did a good example. And so that I would like to give them a hand for who they are. Can I have the rest of the volleyball team, please? We're not a really big group this year, but everybody played a lot of volleyball this year. You had to be ready to go in on any game and any position, and a lot of them were surprised when they went in, and I would practice say, you may be playing this, and sure enough, there they were. We had an injury, so we had to fill in there for a while, and that makes changes, and 6th graders found their way right in there playing. And so we need that for next year. You guys got some big shoes to fill right here. This year we were 50-50. We won 4, lost 4. There's a couple of those we probably should have gotten. The B team was 3 and 4. We had a lot of good matches. We had a lot of matches that went 3. We didn't quite pull it off. Okay, then we went to tournament and we played 6 out of 12 teams. The competition was really tough this year. There were a lot of teams and a lot of good teams. We lost Osborne, who was an excellent team, but we kind of, our highlight was beating St. John's. And we all enjoyed that, and so much that we really didn't come back and play Rock Hills like we should have, but it was still good to beat St. John's, so you gotta take that and go with it, right? Right. I need to thank the 6th and 7th graders for being in there, showing up for practice. People came to practice. They were pretty good about getting all their work done, so they didn't miss it for TR, which is really important. And we'll have a new group coming in, and you guys now, we have 2 8th graders, so you got all these shoes to fill as our leaders, and the younger ones could be leaders too. I want to thank Kelsey. She's always there. She's very knowledgeable. She's great with the girls, and she's always there to help things work and keep them going. Larry and Dawn, they get everything done around the building for us, get uniforms ready. Milton drives us, and there's some days that the weather's not the best. The office takes care of physicals and getting everybody notified about everything. A big thing here is concessions. We have people that do concession stand. And as our staff kind of slimmer than it used to be, it's really hard for us to get it done. So we appreciate all the help that comes in, fills in, and Marguerite for running the concession stand. And parents. Parents, thank you for supporting us. Thank you for being there for us. Thank you for coming to the games. Thank you for your kind words when you say them. It sure does help. All right. Hey, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being on our team for Thunder Ridge Middle School. I know that when we went on the court, we were proud of you every time. That was our rules. Okay? Thank you.
We are going to do things a little different this year. I will be introducing the football players in a much different way. This is something that probably might not be up to change the rules, but we're going to do it. Okay? The team this year went 5-2. We lost to a very good Sylvan Lucas team that had about twice as many kids as we did and about twice as big. But we played really tough the first quarter. We marched down, I think we was going to score the first quarter, and I think it was a fumble or something that we didn't get in. But our kids really fought hard. And that was probably one of the first games we really got hit. And we really knew this is a contact sport. Our 8th grade group is a really good group. They are leaders, and they guided the 7th graders in a lot of little things that the 7th graders didn't know, and they did a very good job. 7th graders next year have a lot of talent coming up. If you go to our draft meetings, you can see that they can run. And in 8-man football, if you can run, you got a chance. A big thank you to Lance. He's been my assistant, and he's kind of like a brother. He argues with me all the time. And he sometimes tells me I don't know what I'm doing. And I can tell him what I don't like about his philosophy, and we can go back and forth. But at the end of the day, it's all good. And that's kind of assistant you need, and he does a very good job. All right, now I'd like to thank Larry. He does a great job on our football field. There's not much better field around. Don Weeks does a good job making sure that we're towing the line. And Miss Norris makes sure that we can do the things that we're here to learn. I want to thank you parents for allowing your kids to learn that athletics are about learning life skills. And life's not fair. And there's just so many things that you learn out there on the field and on the court that you need to learn. And you can't learn that in the classroom. Now, we are going to introduce our football team. These guys are going to go out in the back, and they're going to come in with a little rap music from me. Okay? And they each have a cheat sheet today. And we did this at a pep rally, but we changed it just a little bit. So if you want to film it, please put it online because it'll probably be a big hit. All right, let's go. Supposed to be dancing. We are the game. Thanks for being a Baltimore fan. We are the game. Thanks for being a Baltimore. They were the guys carrying the ball. Thanks for watching them run last fall. They were the dudes who got the passes. Thanks for watching them run their passes.
of the center of this team. That's for Randy and Little Henry. They were the linemen knocking it down. Thanks for making them proud of us. He was down hanging a lot. Thanks for letting him have a ball. We are the Longhorns, proud and true. Thanks for rooting for the big crew. Time. We are the Longhorns, proud and true. Thanks for rooting for the big crew. Thank you.
Alright, thanks for making me have to follow that. Very impressive. Nothing like that planned, so girls, you're welcome. If you want to have the basketball team come down. Alright, so this year I was fortunate enough to get to coach the girls. It was definitely a different experience and a lot of fun for me. This year, like everyone else has said, 8th graders were great leaders. We really pushed you guys this year to learn a lot of skills, basic skills, really pushing you to be in shape. You can't win ball games if you can't get up and down the floor. So that was a big goal too. We ended the season 9-6, I think, by the time tournament was over, which was really exciting throughout the season. Big thank you to the younger girls for pushing and trying to keep up. You guys played a lot of ball, okay? Both B team and A team. I think everyone played their max 6 quarters a lot of the time, with the younger kids filling in on B team too. So that was a big challenge, having a smaller bench as well. Huge thank you to Coach McDowell too, for stepping in and being the assistant. I myself learned a lot with his coaching and him being there, so that was huge. Especially towards the end, when I couldn't be myself and did a lot of sitting. So that was super appreciated. Can't wait to watch you guys play next to basketball. Key moment though, that I will forever be grateful that I got to be a part of, was when a certain 8th grader made a certain basket at a certain home game, and everyone, like the entire gym, was erupts. I went back and watched that the other day because that was probably one of my favorite moments. They scored on us while we were busy excited celebrating, and you can see Coach McDowell like, go play defense, play defense. We didn't care. We were excited for Cody. So Cody, thank you for that experience as well. 7th graders, yeah, you guys got big shoes to fill, and I know you guys can do it on the court next year. And I'm excited for the upcoming class to play ball and really push that group too. There's a lot of talent. There's a lot of talent in this group of kids, both on and off the court. And I'm impressed every day that you guys take those opportunities and you go for it. Right? Because you don't know what you like until you try it, and then you guys excel at everything that you do. So it's very impressive, this group of ladies, and parents, you guys should be super proud of what they're accomplishing every day. I'm proud of them, okay? I feel like we need to do this one last time, because I'm guys next year. We have to do something kind of show the boys. So bring it in.
Get the boys basketball team Well, first of all, Miss Amy, and I wrote this down already, that Cody, yeah, I almost yelled so loud I about passed out. So, so yeah, that was one of my highlights of basketball. Even though I wasn't getting the coach, I coached her for the 2 other years, and it was really cool to see that. Mr. Rhett up here. Yeah, Rhett. So that's your goal next year, okay? All right, we can hit that bucket, but. We almost did have it a few times. Pleasure to get to coach you guys. You know, I enjoyed it a lot. I love basketball, and you guys made it easy to coach you guys listening, and it was just a good time. It's good to see you got 6th graders grow throughout the course of the year. 7th and 8th grade, just thanks for everything this year. So I think we ended up 8-4, had a pretty good year. I wanted to talk about 2 things specifically. First of all, thank you for everybody that does all the other work, outside of us coaches, and we really appreciate the whole staff of WH Middle School, really, because they help us in every way. The Lakeside game, I was a little frustrated, honestly. We were sitting there on the court, and then we had to go off. Big thank you for Mr. Weems for getting that rescheduled for us, and then we had an excellent fun game where we won right at the very end. So I remember that game, and that was a fun memory. And then the other thing I was proud of them was, they played hard. We had several games this year where I had to talk to them about, you've got to play hard. But we had some teams that were not very good at all. And that idea of, you still play the absolute hardest you can, but then you might have to adjust, like a sportsmanship. If you had 2 teams, we probably could have scored 100 points on. But that says more about them than us necessarily. But I was proud of them for doing that and understanding what sports is about and good sportsmanship. And they played hard in those games that they did throughout the course of the whole year. So, thank you guys very much. And 8th grade, looking forward to seeing you play in high school next year. So, thank you very much.
I need my 2 right hands right there. Slimer and this Ritter. There's 1 right hand. On the ground. Okay, we're going to have to be on the ball. Okay, I got another idea. No rapping this time. But before I do my little thing here, track has been going very well this year. We have some talented athletes, and we've been going to most of the meets and competing very well. And sometimes everybody mentions PR, or PB, or personal best, or personal, record. And sometimes in junior high, it happens quite often because they're just getting started. But it's something that they have to strive to be. I mean, it's just everything. Track is that way. You got to get better each time. If you're not going this way, you don't want to go this way. You want to strive for something higher. And we got our 8th grade team has won 2 track meets, and that's like beating 7 or 8 schools. And 6th graders were put together at North Valley, and they won the track meet. And we've been really glad. I think we won the Austin track meet by 1 point. And it takes everybody to have a team effort. And we've just been very blessed. And I don't know how many records we haven't set. I mean, I know how to spell Stafford very well. He's got like 8 records up there. And a lot of the relays, we got a chance for another relay Tuesday. So, and we're on the board. And there's kids that look at the record board and says, that's what I want. They're not saying, I'm okay with where I'm at. They're looking at the record board and says, that's what I want. And that's what they should be doing. Okay, and each one of the kids, I can tell you the times, I can tell you how far they threw. But today, I have a special word for them. And I will say their name. They will come to Mr. Barely, and he will pick up the word, and they will turn around with their word, and they have to walk around the room, and that's how they did their thing for the team. You got to go in alphabetical order. I know some of the times the kids get tired of that, but that's good for me. Okay? Shay Baker. Cameron Hardacre. Fantastic. Yeah. Kayla Simpson. But she's very capable. Addison Molzon. Improving. Russ. Humble.
You can't read the word.
That's sure. Denied Porter. Generous. Calm. Amy Glaze. Ambitious. Bracken McDowell. Persistent. Danny Holland. Diligent. Caitlin Stokesbury. Gentle. Now the boys. Tate Foreman. Competitive.
Glaze, energetic. Jaden Griffey, capable. Kylan Peterson, rascal. Rashad Stofford, gifted. Jacob is fearless. Isaiah Kuhn is unique. Confident. Danny Ferguson. Determined. Brandon Morgan. Developing. Vivian Nelson. Coachable. Caden Peterson. Challenging. Lucas Barnes. Possible. Daniel Cookie. Dependable. Dylan Tilton. Easy going. Rider Blast. Optimistic. And our last one, Zion Williams. Enthusiastic. And that's how these guys go to a track. Thank you.
Seventh and eighth grade cheerleaders. Come on. We had a small group this year. We started off the year, they went on to a camp in Salina, and they learned some new cheers that they did throughout the year. I think some of them created their own cheer that we went throughout the year with. They all did really good. We taught the new seventh graders, the new seventh graders, the cheers. They all improved and cheered throughout volleyball, basketball, and football. So they did really good. I'm excited to watch them do whatever they do that year. So congrats. Thank you.
Been one of the most fun assemblies so far, I think, this year. Now we'll just pause and get some things moved. We make just a little shift because we're ready to honor our 8th grade as they get ready to go to high school. we have awards that are not given until the end of the year. Because these students do work hard. You can wait, but I have 3 things that you didn't know that I get. This Weems and I do, anyway. The first award that we give is the President's Education Awards Program. This is for outstanding academic excellence throughout the year. To meet this requirement, they must have a GPA for their year of 3.5 or above. They receive a certificate and a pin. Our first student, Shay Baker. Our next 8th grader receiving this award happens to be one that maintained a 4.0 during his 8th grade year, Tate Foreman. The next 8th grader receiving this award, Cameron Hardacre. Another student with a 4.0 during her 8th grade year, Addison Molson. And another 4.0 this year, Lexi Rust. The next award 8th graders receive is the American Legion Certificate, which is sponsored by the 8th grade American Legion. This certificate is awarded to 1 girl in the class and 1 boy in the class. It's in recognition of attainment of the award that includes recognition of high qualities of courage, honor, leadership, patriotism, scholarship, and service, which are necessary for the preservation and protection of the fundamental institutions of our government and the advancement of society. Plus, it just keeps things running well here at school. The first winner is Lexi Rust. The boy in the class showing these qualities, Tate Foreman. And Mr. Weems will come up and present our Acacia Citizenship Award.
The Kansas State High School Activity Association annually presents citizenship awards to graduating 8th graders and high school seniors. The citizenship award goes to 1 male and 1 female. It is for excellence as an exemplary young citizen who has demonstrated a marked respect for country, assumed responsibility for improving school and community, and has shown reverence for life. The young lady chosen for this award this year, Addison Molzon. And the young man receiving this award, Heath Hobson.
Now for the next part, the important part, I guess, they receive a diploma. They have met the state requirements of the Kansas Department of Education in order to be promoted to high school. And now's the part where we'll have you line up and kind of walk. Our first is Shay Baker. Tate Foreman. Riley Blaze. Jaden Griffey. Cameron Hardacre. Heath Hobson. Addison Molzon. Addison Morrell. Kylan Peterson. Lexi Rust. Rashad Stafford. And Cody Lee Thompson. Hey, 8th grade, if I could have you stand up and just move a couple of feet out and face the crowd. So I now present to you the officially promoted class to become the high school class of 2028. Congratulations, Clara. I'll be down to hand out envelopes, and please enjoy the things that we have in the gym. And thank you for coming to our assembly